This video provides an overview of Leankor's project Gantt boards. Every project within Leankor has an option for adding a planned Gantt board to it. Here we'll see in our project menu, Plan Gantt right at the top. I'll go ahead and click on that and we'll show you an example of a project with a Gantt board. So here's our Gantt, and you'll notice on the left-hand side, it's organized between what's called activity groups, activities, and milestones. These are the three core elements for the Leankor Gantt board. Activities can be adjusted left or right for schedule. We can also add dependencies between activities. So here I have an activity called business case development, and I want to make my project charter development approval dependent on it, and I can simply click and drag from one end to the start of the next activity, and I'll do the same with my resource and scheduling plan, and it will automatically adjust the activities so that one starts when the other finishes. If I double click on this dependency, it will also show me the various options for the types of dependencies I want to add. In this case, I'm using a finish to start dependency. To add an activity, if I have an existing Gantt board, I can quickly add an activity right below an existing one. I click on the menu, add, and I'm just going to add an activity below. And by default, it'll always add the activity at today's date, but I can simply grab it and extend the time frame of that activity. Another key action with activities is updating their status. So here we'll see my activity develop resource and scheduling plan. It's showing right now is only 75% complete. If I want to update it, I can just click once on the activity and then click on the full circle for my 100% complete. Same thing with my test activity. I'll go ahead and mark that as complete. Another thing that I can do in terms of adding, I can come in here and I can also add a milestone within this activity group. If I want to edit the details of a specific activity, the menu for doing that is right beside the activity name, and simply click on Edit Information. And here I can add detailed descriptions of the activity. I can change who is the owner. I can assign resources to the activity, assign risks, change the status, and if I want to go with a more granular status level, I have the option here. So it gives me the opportunity to do much more detailed editing of the activity. Now let's take a look at, if we're starting a brand new project, how do I start creating activity groups and activities from scratch? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to add a new project into this folder. And we will click on the project and open up our Plan Gantt. So it will open up without any activities added to it. And this plus menu here is where I have the option to add activities, groups, or milestones. So let's start with an activity group. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add a few groups here. Now I want to go ahead and add activities and milestones within the group. I can do it from up here. I'll go ahead and say add activity, and we'll add a few of them. Now when my activities are added, it's easy to drag them and move them into different groups. So I'll go ahead and add test activity 1 into group 1, test activity 2, and then test activity 3. I can move them all into the one group. I can also rearrange groups in the same fashion. Maybe I want group 3 to appear at the top. I can drag that and move that up. Very easy to rearrange your activities and your activity groups. Same thing can happen with milestones. So I'll go ahead and click Add Milestone here. And they can also be rearranged. Now let's go back and take a look at, once you have a fully completed Gantt board, how you would navigate through the board. So I'll go back to my previous Gantt that I was showing. And along the top menu, you'll see some controls for navigating through the board. One of the most important ones that you'll want to use is under this gear icon is a zoom to fit. And this will allow me to see on a single view all of my activities for this project. I also have the option here to select what time periods I want to be viewing the project in. So I can go from anywhere from 1 week out to 3 years on my time period. So I'll go ahead and set this to 1 month. And if I want to navigate, if I'm looking at a 1 month view and I want to navigate through different time spans, I can go ahead and just click next time span, and that will move me through the project. And same with previous time span. I also have a search function for the activities, and this basically searches by the activity name. So if I'm looking for an activity that has the letters AV in it, I just type that in the search box and that will pull up anything with AV. Another very useful feature you'll want to make use of is the activity history. So under my gear icon, I have an item here, activity history, and it's going to show me the history of every change made on this Gantt chart, who made it and when. Very helpful for keeping track of recent changes to the project plan. Hope you found this useful. Please watch on our YouTube channel. We'll be publishing additional videos going into some of the nuances of setting up activities using various activity modes and managing resources across activities. Thanks for watching.